What's up, guys? Welcome back to Piece Together. Today we got Megamoto 80. This one I completely built. I did the 212 swap, the paint, seat, I did, all the round of the lines and everything. Not too much, though. I also did the motor stuff on this one, rejet, air filter, and header. Nothing crazy, no governor removal or nothing. Bike hits about 55. Not too bad. Pretty quick little bike. Takes off pretty quick too. But today, as you can see, this bike needs a chain, and I got a new one in my hand right here. It's gold. It's not, it's not needed. I don't think some people can get away with running the, not so heavy duty stuff. But this bike likes to stretch it, so we got heavy duty gold stuff, and this stuff, in my opinion, looks better. So I usually run gold on everything. Look at it. But this one was gold chain already. It's just stretched out a little bit, or the tensioner, whatever, moved forward. Just caused the chain to get a little loose, and it came off, so it bent a link in it. So instead of just trying to fix that one and extend it, we just got a brand new chain for it. I'm going to do a full walkthrough on how to replace it, what chain you'll need for different sprockets, and how to tell. Because I know when I was starting out, I couldn't really tell. So, let's get to it. Okay, so first step to getting off this old chain is find a chain break or your method of getting it off. I'm going to show you guys how to use these chain breaks first. Super simple. I need the smaller one as it's for the 35 that this bike is getting. But that one would be for the 420, which is on this bike. So I usually run 420 on my bikes. It's less likely to break. But you can always get away with running 35 too if you're either easy on the throttle or you get that good stuff that doesn't like to stretch as much. But I'll show you right now how to actually break this off. Hopefully I can get a good angle of it with some good lighting. Okay, so I will show you how to actually break that chain off. So let me set you guys up real quick. Don't judge the outfit because I am in my garage at 8:30. But start with the chain break. Mine's already tightened down there just from the last time I broke one. I need a 19 for the top bolt, and then I just need the Allen key for right here. It might be backwards for you guys, I'm not sure, but just lefty loosey righty tighty for the Allen key to get it loose on there, and then you should be able to just loosen this out until you get this one long bolt that comes through, and then start backing out this black bolt, which will back out this little piece right here. I want you guys to be able to see it actually. And it backs it all the way into that hole, a little hole in there, if you can see it, hopefully. You take the chain, you want to put it in there, if you can see, try and get the chain actually in between these the best you can, like that, and then like the actual pin of it into the two holes, line it up as good as you can, and then I'll put that in there real quick because sometimes it takes me a second. I'm not looking too good, but it doesn't matter that much because this chain doesn't matter to me. So it's on there. The pin is in the hole this way, the pin is in the hole this way. Tighten it down just good enough to hold it. Put your Allen key on this side, tighten it in there. It might be a little difficult at first because these pins don't always like to break out the easiest, but you're just gonna keep pushing it through, keep pushing it through. You'll hear a snap, maybe whatever other noises. Just make sure it is 100% aligned. I trust myself, and also I'm just trying to get this chain off of here so it doesn't matter too much to me. But if it's not straight, you do run the risk of actually bending the chain when you're twisting it through. But if you look right there on the end. Okay, camera died, so set you back up. But as I was saying, I haven't even touched this since. If you look right there on the end, there comes that pin out. Just keep twisting. This is the actual pin that holds the chain together. Pull that out, then you just loosen the Allen key. Should be finger loosable. Sometimes the Allen key can get stuck in there just from the force, but pull it apart. There's your chain broken. If if you want to connect it back together with a master link, just take those out, and the master link goes in there. Pretty simple. Okay, for the next part, I'm actually going to show you how to get the chain put on there and aligned in the best way I can. The easiest way I've always found is to just take the old chain and lay it out next to the new chain. But you got to take off this master link first. I take some needle nose pliers and then just find your master link, which is the little C-clip, look right there, little C-clip. I'm going to put the edge of it onto the pin right there. I'll actually go from this way. Just put the edge on the pin. It's really hard to see, I'm sorry. And then get the other edge onto the clip itself. Just squeeze. It's kind of difficult. Sometimes you don't always get it first try, but that's okay. There we go. See? Just like that. And then it pushes that little clip forward. Just pull it off of there. Try and show it. Actually, it comes off of there, like, you know, see, 2 goes over it, clips this way, pulls off of there like that, pulls forward, push out the little master link here, if I can, but not just the actual master link piece, but you want to pull out the face part of it first. This little face part is sometimes difficult because it likes to go at a weird angle. But if you can't tell, this is what I'm talking about right here. One side's already off. I just gotta look at this other side. Yeah, I'll speed this up probably because this is a whole lot of struggling. Got it. So then you'll be left with this piece and the clip, and then you got the master link itself, like the actual notch that goes in these 2 holes. Okay, so for the next part, I'm going to show you guys how to actually put a chain on. So, I'll flip the camera around. And the first thing you want to do is just kind of get it thrown on there. My chain tensioner right here is slid back, which means it's going to tension more, which means you're going to get less chain, so you're going to want to slide it that way. If you got a motor tensioner, you're going to want to take your motor and probably slide it forward too, but this bike is fine how it is. Take your chain, run it up here, right around the clutch, and up to here. This is going to have a lot of extra chain on it, and I already figured that, which is why I have my chain brake, but you just want to get it just to where it's all the way up on the sprocket, on the bottom, everything going into a tooth on it, let down, and then where you want to be left at with the chain is a spot where you're going to have 2 flat pieces that are open like that. Before you even almost try and cut your chain, that you take your tensioners and make sure you got the most amount of chain as possible, whatever makes that possible to have more, so you can always take away rather than have to add. So take your tensioner and always slide it this way. This is more chain, this is less chain. Your motor, if it's slid forward more chain, backwards, less chain. You know, think about the distance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the motor how it is, but I'm going to take this, move it forward, and then I'm going to do what I just explained over here. Try and get it aligned to one of these right here, break off the little end piece that looks like that, so then you're left with an end like that. Just make sure you get the right length, because if you go too short, then you got to add, or, you know, maybe not even be able to add. You know, some people chain too much, but we will see what happens. I don't think I will, but, you know, we never know. Okay, so I actually did end up having to adjust the motor just a little bit. I had to move it forward. I'd always say move it forward rather than backwards, because then you always get more chain rather than less. But I'll show you how I did it, because I have a motor adapter plate. I always run them, easiest thing in the world to work with. So if you go under the bike, you got those 4 bolts. They line up with the other 4 holes. You just loosen those, and then you can pull the whole motor forward. And then with these plates, you also got these 4 bolts that actually bolt to this plate, which this plate bolts to this. But these bolts allow the motor to go left and right, so then you don't have to worry about actually aligning this as much with like drilling holes into this for like a straight up swap without the plate. It's like $25. I'm gonna link it. I always will suggest it because it's 100,000%. It just makes it bolt on and easier. My chain is already straight. I didn't have to worry about that, but I did have to move the motor just a little bit forward to get rid of that slack. So now there's good enough slack in there for me to just use this tensioner now. So then if I take the tensioner here, I was watching through the camera, I don't know why I did that. You just take this tensioner here, move it back more or less, you get less or more chain out of it. That's way too much. So I'm gonna just loosen that, maybe move it forward again. There we go. And then you get about the right amount of chain, whatever you feel you'll need. I should only need to go about there. That should bolt it somewhat tight enough, just at least hold it for now. But yeah, okay. There's that done though. After you get that somewhat tightened, I will show you how to get the master link on there now. It's all already in the teeth and all that. You'll grab first part right here, the little C-clip. Be more organized than I am. I lose these all the time, and it's terrible. Do not be like me. Do not leave them laying around. But take it just like that. Go in between those two holes. Sometimes it's a little bit of a struggle. You'll have to usually use both hands, I'm not going to lie to you, but I can do it with one. Most people actually probably can. I just wanted to be cool or whatever. What did you want to call it? Throw on that little piece just like that. Then you will take your last little clip right here. Throw it on there just like that. We'll just line it up first. And then I always use pliers just because I always have a pair laying around. Get them on the back edge right there. Get them right about there. Just try to squeeze them together. And now that chain is done. So that is how you replace 35 chain on a RT100 or Megamoto 80. Really any mini bike, it's the exact same. Whether it's 420 or 35, just 420 is a little bit thicker. Speaking of, here's the difference. Here is 35 chain compared to the 420 that I usually run on my bikes. I just run it because it's thicker and it's less likely to stretch on you when you get the real small sprockets. I think I'm running a 42 tooth with a 10 setup, or 1042 on this bike, and then this bike I do believe is a 1253-ish or something like that. So they're not too far off in ratio. I don't want to do the math right now, but they both hit about 50, 55 easy. I don't really have GPS of them because I'm not worried about going fast. I'm just worried about having fun. But I think that's going to do it for the video this time around. If you found it helpful, I'd appreciate a like. If you liked the video, I'd appreciate a like. Even if you didn't like it, just let me know what you didn't like about it. Let me know what to change. But here's a look at some of the other projects for the channel, hopefully in the future. I got the mower right here. Mower, I got it lined up, some stuff lined up. I still got to redo the whole front. I welded on what I thought would work. It's not good. I'm going to have to cut it all out, re-weld it up. But it's going to need a lot of work, so I plan on starting that by the end of February, but it's going to take a while. This bike is fully running. I don't have any videos of it running yet. I just got it set up, and then I took it on a test ride. I didn't film it. I don't know why, but it's running. The chopper, still just sitting in the corner. Still waiting on the forks for it. Okay, my phone died, and I kind of started rambling about the chopper, so I wanted to take a shower real quick. But if you found anything about the mower intriguing, the chopper intriguing, or even just found the video helpful, I would love a like. You know, you don't have to, not begging for it. And, you know, if you want to come back, look at it all, subscription would help too. Send out a notification on when my videos come out and all that. So, you know, you'd stay up to date with what I got going on. More bikes coming, cars eventually, hopefully. I got a 93 Accord I've been working on. If you guys are interested in that at all, let me know. I got subwoofer stuff that I do, all sorts of random little stuff. So if you guys are interested in that, just leave a comment. But I think that should do it. I'm rambling again. I hope you guys have a good one.